at a point, I feel like committing suicide. I was rejected by my dad because my dad was actually looking for a male child. 4 or 5 years later, my mom got married to another man and left me.
How long were you guys together before she remarried?
So I was 6, 7. When I was pregnant, my mom just showed up. After many years, funny enough, she was in Lagos. We're both in Lagos together. Then she got angry. She got angry that why would I get pregnant for someone? We broke up eventually because I realized that he was married. One day, the wife just came in. She was pregnant again. I was like, no, this is the end.
Oh my God. Family is the smallest unit of society and also the most important fabric in the development of any society. This is because the citizens who grow to make or mar the society are first products of the family system. They are nurtured, they are raised in the family, and so whatever is inculcated in them at that unit is what they grow to exemplify in the outer world. And so when there is a breakdown in the family system, it not only affects that family in question, but the society at large. We are all products of the families that we grew in, whether it was filled with love or sexually, physically, emotionally, psychologically disoriented. On today's episode of Mark's Confessions, I will be speaking to someone who was rejected by her father and abandoned by her mother. And in extension, how did this influence her life? My name is Emmanuel Mang Eme, and this is Mark's Confessions. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so before we begin, I want to confirm, why did you choose not to wear a mask for this particular conversation?
Yeah, it's because what I want to talk about is dear to me, and I want people to see that reaction, that emotional thing inside of me, because it's something that has really affected my areas of life, and it's really, really hot. So I choose not to.
Honestly, I feel like it must take a lot of courage because when someone comes out to speak on subjects like this and they are putting their face out there, you actually don't know what to expect. Whether people are going to, be soft or be empathetic or compassionate about to the person. But I really applaud your courage. I really applaud your resilience, and it's an honor to speak with you on this subject.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. When you reached out that you had something that you wanted to let out your chest, your message was that you were rejected by your dad and you were abandoned by your mom.
Yes.
How did that happen? Because top of my head, I'm thinking, children are the blessing of every marriage. How did it get to that point where your dad rejected you and your own mother abandoned you? Please talk to us about it.
I was rejected by my dad because my dad was actually looking for a male child. The first wife gave birth to 3 daughters and got married to my mom. He was actually expecting a male child. So the outcome was like a female child. I was like, no. So from there, according to the story I heard, so from then they split. So after many years, like 4 or 5 years later, my mom got married.
Okay.
So to another man, and left me with her aunt. I was around 6 years when she left me with her aunt, and I don't even know her whereabouts. She just left with my other younger brother, because I have a younger brother as at then.
Okay.
So she left many years. So it was my aunt that was training me, I think to the age of 10.
Okay.
So from there, she transferred me to one of her aunts again. Like that. So I grew up in a family where there is no love. They don't reach out. Like they just, like when they know that your mother is not here, they just want to treat you anyhow they want. So they keep transferring me from one place to another. And the last place I was transferred to in the family, that's from my mother's side.
Okay.
I didn't even know anything about my father's side, actually. So was one of my aunts, like my grandma, my mom my mom's mother.
Mother.
Yeah, our own sister.
Sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like your grand aunt.
Yes. So I was staying with her. She was maltreating me, telling me stuff. Your mother is dead. Nobody, if you die today, nobody will ask of you. Like, growing up was really, really tough for me because there was no one to cry to. The family, okay, my mother is not here. Okay, let me say my parents, they are not there. What I'm expecting from the family was love. Because this person is my blood. She's our
How
blood.
old were you at this point?
At this point, I think 12, 13.
Okay.
So then that was when I start feeling my mom at that age, like, when as a teenager you're growing up, you needed someone to talk to, especially your mother. Like, there are some stuff that is going through your life growing up. You just want to share with your mom, your mother. That bond, she wasn't there. So when I was 16, 17, I was working with one woman, actually, a phone call center. I was actually staying with that woman because she was paying me 2,500
2,500 naira.
as salary. So after I close from the GSM center, I have to go and resume. I'll close by 10. I'll go and resume. She has a beer parlor. I'll go and from there, we'll pick up from there, then we'll go on. So in that my business center stuff in the morning, I met a guy there. So he liked me, we started talking. Then he said he wanted to marry me. Like, he likes the fact that a young girl that is working. So, when you feel that, like, there's nobody to ask of you, you just want to be with somebody, like, okay, let me just see this person as my family. So we started, though nothing has happened till when I was 20.
You were a virgin till you were 20?
I was a virgin.
Okay.
Something happened, I was pregnant, so he took me in. We are staying together.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let's not jump the gun. I would rather we talk about this in stages. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go back a bit to the foundation where this entire thing started.
Okay.
So you mentioned that your dad had 3 girls before you.
Yes.
All female children.
Female, yeah.
And he was yearning for a male kid.
Female, yeah.
So he was previously married?
Yes, he was.
So basically, the only reason why he got with your mom was because he was looking for a male child.
Yes.
And when you came through and you weren't a male child, he didn't see any need to have any sort of relationship with you.
Yeah, he just, according to my mom, he just disappeared and he traveled to his village, and he didn't come back.
And there was no connection between you and him?
There was no connection, nothing. In fact, I knew nothing about my family till when I was 30.
Your family from your father's side?
From my father's side.
Did nobody from your mom's side make any attempt, to get you to your father or to get him to visit you? Was there nobody?
Nobody. In fact, this was actually what I've been asking myself. It took so long.
Okay.
That nobody to reach out. But what I noticed in the family is that they are just on their own. They look for themselves, for their children alone. So nothing like, this is my sister's daughter. Let me take care of her. So it has been like that in the family. So, and it's really, really affecting with the children.
When your mom discontinued whatever she had with your father,
yeah,
how long were you guys together before she remarried?
We didn't stay long. I told you I was 6, 7 when she left.
When she left?
When she left me with her sister. So I was 6, 7.
And you guys didn't have any conversation whatsoever? No connection?
No
nothing.
Connection, nothing.
All through your puberty years, because there's usually this period in a girl's life, she's beginning to witness changes in her body and all that. Who was your confidant, through those years?
Through those years, they are just outsiders, to be sincere. Outsider people I mingle with, people that really know my story. There's one particular woman, may also rest in peace. She's the one I run to anytime I'm down, like I needed to talk to somebody. I'll just go to her, say, Mommy Saka, I'm noticing some changes in my body, and she'll like, it's normal, so just calm down. Okay, that same woman, before I met the guy I was telling you about, that same woman and her friend, because they have a brother that is there from the same state. And I'm like, okay, as a young girl, and I like you, I want you to marry this person. Even before I met that guy.
Okay.
So I want you to marry that person. And right from time, I really don't like when I'm being forced
To do something.
to do something. To an extent that they planned with the guy that, because I'm a virgin there, so that according to their culture, they like to marry someone as a virgin.
Yeah.
So that day, that fateful day, they just asked me to go inside. So as we went inside, the guy came in, like trying to undress. Then he was trying to come in. Then I screamed, so I ran out of the room. I know this is not what I want to do, because I started thinking that, let's assume my mother is there, I won't be going through all these things. So I started feeling that. I cried that night, like, no, this is not going to happen.
So basically, she was there for you.
She was there, actually.
Yeah.
She was there.
And she took advantage of that.
Of that situation. Yeah, like, okay,
to
she
more
has
or less
nobody.
pimp you to somebody else.
To somebody else. So I felt really, really bad. Like, no, I wasn't expecting that from her.
All through those years, were you in any way in communication with your mother at all?
No. Even before I moved to that woman I told her I was working with, my aunt I was staying with, she threw me out of the house, and that was when I went to work with that woman. There is this thing in that family, like, there is no love. Let me just say there is no love, because that's the only way. Because there is love, you cannot look at your sister's daughter suffering. No. So I moved in with that guy I told you about. So we started dating. I got pregnant, actually. At that time, I felt if there is no family, I have a family now. So because it was actually there, I have a family now. So even though nobody is coming for me, I'm fine.
How old were you at
then? 22.
22?
Yeah.
At what point did your mom show up in your life?
When I gave birth. No, when I was pregnant, my mom just showed up.
Was it coincidence
No.
that she showed up, or did she hear that you were pregnant?
No. I was shocked, actually. I have one aunt in Abulegba then.
Okay.
So normally I used to go to her place. I used to go to her place, but not often. So that day I went there. Then I got a call because she has the number of the person I'm staying with, the guy I was staying with.
Your aunt in Abulegba?
In Abulegba.
Okay.
So then she just called that, hello, he's still in there. I say, yeah. She's like, okay, let me talk to her. Guess what? Your mother is there. I was like, my mother? How? So with that excitement, I rushed down. Is this my mother? After how many years? So I was angry. We talked about it. So we went to my place together to meet the man I was actually staying with. Then she got angry. She got angry that, why would I get pregnant for someone? So the problem started. Okay.
What was her reason?
For her anger?
Yes, I'm trying to understand the reason, whether or not it has justification. But I'm trying to understand, what was she angry about? And also, what did she say to you was the reason for the absence? Because this is you 6 to 7 years, and you've not seen her until you turned 21.
Yeah.
So about 14, 15 years in between.
Yes.
What did she say happened?
I asked her, she said it's a long story, that we are going to talk about it when I go to her place. That I will not stay here anymore. I have to move down to her place.
Where was she staying at the time?
Funny enough, she was in Lagos. We're both in Lagos together.
And she did not have any connection, only contact with you for all those years?
All those years. We're both in Lagos. In fact, when my aunt I was staying with was saying the other day that your mother is dead, I was actually thinking that maybe she's dead, because how could you leave your daughter for years without checking up on her? So I felt she's no more. So when she showed up, she said that we are still going to talk about it, but I have to move from here. And I told her I'm not moving, because when I needed you, you were not there. Someone else took your place. So even though eventually I want to follow you as a mother, because I still want that love, not this way.
It will be on your own terms.
On my own terms. You are not going to force me to do that. You understand? And she was angry and she left. She dropped her contact and she left. So I gave birth. From the guy's side, we broke up eventually because I realized that he was married.
Oh, wow.
I felt heartbroken. Like when you just thought you were in the right place, you just want to start your life afresh, and out of the blue, something just pump up.
How did you not know that he was married?
I didn't know he was married because actually they transferred him from Ekiti State down
Okay.
to Lagos.
Okay.
So the family were there
We're in Ekiti,
in Ekiti,
and he was living alone in Lagos.
alone in Lagos. So there was no clue, nothing. There is no frame, nothing. So I was heartbroken. So when I
And he
did,
never mentioned anything like
he
that. to
never
you?
mentioned anything. In fact, he didn't even mention it to me that he was married.
How
with
did you
kids.
find out?
With kids. So
With kids.
yeah. So one day the wife just came in. In fact, she was pregnant again. The wife came in. I was like, what? I felt heartbroken. Like everything inside me just left. Like, no, this is the end.
Oh my God. I'm really sorry for
This
that.
is the end. So that's how we broke up actually with the guy, because I don't know I don't know how to start in life, a young girl like me with a married man. No. So I ended the relationship. So
That was yet another betrayed trust.
at a point I feel like committing suicide. Like there's nothing left. Like the people you feel they are there for you, at the end of the day they are not even there. They are just, I don't know, I don't even know what to call that scenario. Like, are you trying to use me to warm up your bed? Like okay, since my wife is not here, let me
Yeah.
just. I felt betrayed, heartbroken. So because of that I left with my mom. Like, there's no point staying here anymore. I appreciate what you do, but no.
Did he try to convince you to stay, or?
Yes, actually he did, but I choose not to stay. I'm a young girl. I can't at my age start up a polygamous family. No, it's very, very wrong. So I left peacefully, actually, peacefully. So when I joined my mom, that's when the problem actually started. Because okay, now you have family, another family with another man. That's, I have like 5 siblings,
yes,
step
siblings,
sisters,
yeah.
step siblings. I have them. I felt alone. Like, this is just you understand? And the children, they are just together. Like, if something wrong, if I did something wrong to my mom, the way she's going to hold that thing like I killed someone. But if those children do something, you'll be like they just put themselves together. Like, this is my family, and I was just there.
You mentioned earlier in this conversation that
Yeah.
you have a younger brother.
Yeah.
Was the younger brother from?
No, not my dad. I'm the only one from my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Before my mom left, he was pregnant. In fact, he had a child. But that was my brother from that man before they traveled, before she left.
Oh, the
Do you
person that she eventually married.
Married, yes.
So she had you for your father.
Yes.
Your father rejected you because you were a female child.
Yeah.
Then your mom had something with another man
Another man, yes.
and had a boy.
Yes, a boy.
Then left you and carried the boy.
The boy along with
Okay.
with the husbands.
How many other people were in this new family?
5.
So you were just one person from your father, and then your mom has 5 other kids
Yeah.
with the new husband.
With the new
Were
husband.
they still married at this time?
Yes, they were.
So
Yes,
it was
ma'am.
in his house.
Yes.
Then my first question would be, why didn't she go along with you from the get-go?
Same thing I've been asking myself over the years. Like, she coming back to my life is like she just come to add, because there's no difference.
Okay, so talk me through what happened in this new place that you said this is where your problems
Yeah,
began.
as I'm talking, me and my siblings were not in good terms. Like, we're just like this. I'm alone, they are alone. What I noticed growing up, because as I'm 34, so I'm an adult.
Yeah.
So I noticed she's trying to protect our new family. Like, when you are married and you don't want anything to happen to that marriage.
Yeah.
Like, she's seeing me like, I don't know whether as an obstacle. I don't
Okay.
know how to put it.
I understand.
You understand? Like, anything that happen like this. Hey, Tony, I don't want you to do this. Don't talk to my children. Like, I was not asking myself, am I not your child?
Your child. Yeah.
So I left her place. So I was staying with my friend. Presently, we are not in good terms because there was no love. I was expecting as a mother, like, you have a child before this set of people. I want a family. Like we should be together as a family.
Yeah, bring us all
Bring
together.
us together. Like okay, this is your elder sister. So after me, just see her as your mother as well. That's what I was actually expecting from her. At a point, when I want to talk to her about something, it'd be like, no. Like that time is not there, as the bond between a mother
And a daughter.
and a daughter is not there.
What has this emptiness, this loneliness,
Okay.
and the absence of both paternal and maternal love, what has it deprived you of?
First, I would say love, because when I noticed that I wasn't loved from my both parents, like I want somebody to love me the way I am. But because the way I was brought up, the environment I found myself is not there. That love is not there. So when I see somebody that appreciates me, I want to hold on to that person. Like I don't want this person to go. Even when I'm in a relationship, I beg for love, which is not supposed to be so. So, and secondly, low self-esteem. Yeah, because when at a point in my life, I started feeling like I don't to talk to people in public. So I felt that it's in fact it affects my life. In fact, I went to do house help to further my education. It was that way.
House help.
House help. They asked me if they should be paying me my salary. I said no, I want to go to school. So I used that my salary to just send me to school.
So you were doing the house help duties,
Yes.
and your payment was for them to pay for your
For my school fees. So that's how I finished my secondary school.
You mentioned that in relationships, it has made you, when you see someone who shows you a little bit of affection, you try to cling on to it, to hold on to it. Has that made you look or appear needy to people that you've been in relationships with?
Yeah, kind of, because I could remember that when I was in a relationship with a guy, and it was nice to me. That love I didn't get from my parents.
From home, yeah.
From home. When I got it from him, I don't want to let him go. And at a point, it was like, I know you need love, but I'm this kind of guy. I don't want something that is, when you're too clingy, like just feel too needy. I want you to be there. I want you to be there. We broke up actually because of that.
Just because of that?
Just because of that. Because he said, I know you need love, but don't be too clingy. You are too attached.
So has that emptiness, like, did that emptiness create like attachment issues for you?
Yeah.
How about your child?
Yeah, she's doing well.
How old is she now?
She's 12.
12? Oh, wow. Does your child have a relationship with your mother?
No, not really. Maybe when she was around 2-3 years. So I tried to create that relationship because she didn't actually give the chance. So, when we are not even staying together, we are not together. So there's no point. Talking about my daughter, what I've gone through, I don't want her to go through that stuff, because in fact, I did not disconnect my daughter from her dad.
Okay.
I want them to keep talking. I just want that bond between a father and a daughter, and a mother and a daughter. So I'm trying to create that love for her. I'll call her. You can talk to me about anything, because I know that I don't have that opportunity. I want you to have that opportunity. Talk to me about anything at all. Just talk to me.
Is her father still in her life till now?
Yes.
Does he provide for her?
No, but I don't want to
use that
as an excuse for them not to connect. So I just see that as my fate. Okay, this is your cross. Okay, let's assume when you got married, he died. You are still going to move on. You take care of your child. So I just picture it that way. So, but they still communicate. But taking care of the child, I'm doing that alone. But I'm fine. God is in charge of that.
There's this story that I heard once.
Okay.
Two brothers. One is a drunk, and the other has never tasted alcohol in his life.
Okay.
So they asked the older brother, who is the drunk, why do you drink? And he said, because I watched my father drink.
Okay.
They asked the younger one, why don't you drink? And he said, because I watched my father drink. They saw the same things. One took after the father, and one saw how he destroyed their father's life,
Yeah.
and he stayed away completely from alcohol. Is it possible that your experiences has also created this mindset that you can easily detach from anything? As much as you want to be attached to a person,
Yes.
you are also quick to
Yes.
detach and run away from a situation.
Yes. And that's what is happening to me currently. When you show me love, I won't let you go because I needed that love. So I'll just cling to you. But when I notice that you are using that my weakness because she lacked this thing, okay, let me use it against her, I will leave. It's so easy for me to detach myself from yes. So at a point when I detach myself from you, I'm going to feel it. In fact, I can just cry for months, but I'll just say, why would I kill myself because of someone who doesn't appreciate me? To be sincere, it's odd, but you just have to move.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
My concern, however, is you are used to pain so much that nothing touches
Yes,
you
touches
anymore.
me anymore.
So you've built a mechanism around yourself and around your heart. In as much as you want to love someone and in as much as you want to be loved in return, is it possible that there is an underlying issue that activates this let me run away syndrome when the smallest thing happens that could have been resolved by either communication or understanding?
I think this thing is actually happening to me because over the years I noticed that when you do me something wrong, like something like you said, that something we can just, maybe a small issue we can just
Something that conversation can sort out.
Me, I will just leave.
You won't wait to have that conversation.
No.
You won't try to resolve it amicably.
I noticed that I move out from something
so quick.
Like
as fast as you get into it is as fast as you run away from it.
Yes, because seriously, I don't know why, but I just found myself in that. I really don't know what's the problem.
I feel like this is something that needs to be sorted because in the long run, it's still going to affect you. And this is where therapy comes in. Speaking to me is only phase one. There is an underlying issue that still needs to be resolved. That I cannot do, but I can point you in the right direction of someone or of people who can take care of that. In relationships, in marriage, there will always be issues. There will always be problems. There will be arguments. There will be misunderstandings. If you are quick to up and leave at the slightest touch or slightest show of a misunderstanding, it's going to affect you in the long run. You won't be able to stay in marriage. You won't be able to keep a relationship for a long time. You will just find out that you will start one, the person does something, maybe snores in a way you don't like, or the person farts in a way you don't like, and then the next thing you get angry and you walk away. So while we deal with the issue of what has happened to you as a child, the product of that experience is what will manifest in your day-to-day activities or in the day-to-day life. And also, if you are ever going to consider settling down with one person and getting married to them, is there anyone in your life that you've had this kind of conversation with and you really poured out your heart to?
My friend, but not all.
Okay.
She's my close friend. Like she's like a sister, but she's a friend. So I used to, we do talk about our experiences, but not this deep.
Okay.
Not this deep. Pouring everything out right now, I feel better. I feel relieved. I feel something just left me. Like, sometimes I just go around without burden in my heart. So like something just left me and I'm light.
You feel lighter now?
I feel lighter.
So I tell people, there's a saying, evil thrives in silence. So long as you keep quiet about a thing, you will be a slave to that thing. Whatever it is that a person is dealing with, whether it's an addiction, whether it's an experience, so long as you keep quiet, that evil will never leave.
Yes,
it will thrive. You coming out to talk about it is your first step into the light.
Yes, it is.
So there is always that relief that comes with, talking about an experience, opening up about it. The moment you open your mouth and you speak about it, you feel lighter. Like the issue is already half solved.
And I noticed that keeping things to yourself, just like you're in a bondage.
Exactly.
You just hold yourself in a spot. Because every time you keep thinking about those things, you just remain there.
It will drown you.
It will drown you.
It will keep you
Yeah.
caged.
Yeah.
You know, you won't be able to step forward or do
yeah,
anything because your mind is burdened with a lot.
A lot, yes.
You know, but speaking out, talking to someone is a relief.
It's a relief. It is. It is. In fact, I'm glad.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy I heard this. I'm really happy I heard this. This is really good.
Thank you.
I'm really glad, and I really I thank you for coming to talk about this thing, and the courage that you even have to speak about it unmasked.
Yes.
You know, it's a blessing. I'm really glad, and I'm sure this will definitely impact a whole lot of people out there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the first time, we have a show where people actually come to spill their truth, talk about the things that have affected them over time, and to also unburden their hearts. Previous episodes, we've had a guest that the family traded in marriage for a job opportunity. We've had a guest talk about how her mom used to check her virginity with an egg. You know, we've had different stories, you know, from the family front, things that have affected us as adults, you know, things that we went through as kids that has affected us as adults. You know, a lot of people are coming forward, people are speaking their truth. So I encourage you, whatever it is that you've been through, whatever it is that you've experienced, or whatever it is that you want to unburden, please reach out. Let's talk. Evil thrives in silence. Until you break that cycle of keeping quiet about it, it will never end. It will not end. So I encourage you, send me a DM, 1206 at 1206 TV on Instagram, at 1206 TV on Instagram. Send me a DM. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Whether you've been physically, emotionally, psychologically, sexually abused as a child, whatever it is that has happened to you, whatever experience that you've gone through, whether in the family unit or in church or in your place of work, whatever it is, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's heal together, and let's make the world a better place. Don't forget to leave us a comment, like the video, share, and also subscribe to the channel. That is one way that you encourage what we do and to, you know, keep us moving. With all the love in my heart and that of Toyi, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on this episode. This was her confession. What is yours? See you on the next episode.